Hello everyone and welcome back to another match here on WWE 2K23. Today, the SWE Tag Team Championships are on the line for the first time in WWE 2K23 as our champions from 2K22, the Briscoe brothers, will make their defense against the Steiner brothers. I mean, I must say, Scott Steiner's cut out there wasn't great, was it really? Here we go! I thought I left the entrances on there for a second, but no, we are all good to go. So Mark and Jay Briscoe going up against the Steiner brothers for the SWE Tag Team Championships. The Briscoes been the champions for a while, but it's taken a while to get decent cores of them in 2K23 to be able to make this championship defense. And I mean, the Steiner brothers are quite high up in the rankings already. Of course, made their debut when they got released as DLC yesterday on 2K20. Last week on 2K23, and they were already pretty high in the rankings. Got that big victory against what are they called? B-Fab, Top Dollar, and Adonis. Top Dollar, no. I can't remember what the group's called now. Either way, it don't really matter, does it? They made their win against them, and we said they'd get this opportunity. So here we go, got Scott Steiner and Mark Briscoe inside the ring now. Jay Briscoe and Rick Steiner on the outside, going to battle it away. Of course, this is tornado style, but first pinfall or submission will be enough to take the championship, but it must be inside the ring to count. Lovely suplex there by Scott Steiner. And now Jay Briscoe on the outside with a neck breaker on Rick Steiner. Mark in with a big kick into the face of Scott inside the ring. And the Briscoes are in control at this point in time, both inside and outside the ring. Big elbow in the face there, and now Scott Steiner springs. Oh no, Jay Briscoe to the outside, and this one has now gone, well, fully to the environment now. Big elbow drop into the heart there by Scott Steiner. Went for the boot. Oh, Jay Briscoe getting caught now with a knee really wrenched back. Scott on the far side, loving those suplexes again, launching Jay Briscoe. Mark Briscoe even. I'm getting the Briscoes confused already. Scott Steiner, big back elbow. Scott Steiner's really cool. I'm liking him, to be honest. I mean, I always like downloading these cores. Every year, the Steiner brothers, old school Steiner brothers, have always been fantastic. To actually have them on the game this year is great. Saves us all the logos, doesn't it? Jay Briscoe and Scott Steiner now going at it. The only two on their feet, and it's Scott taking Jay up into that butterfly powerbomb. Brings him back up to a Steiner base, now back into the ring. As Mark Briscoe, though, looking for a Samoan drop, but Scott Steiner's fought back with the elbows in the face. There's the boot in the gut, and now a butterfly powerbomb for you as well. Jay Briscoe raining down the strikes into Rick Steiner. The dog-faced gremlin sent over the top as well. There's the pin. Scott Steiner was very slow to come in the ring. I don't think he thought he needed to. He thought that his brother was going to be able to kick out. He did kick out, but it was probably a lot closer than he wanted it to be, as there was the belly-to-belly slam by Scott. The numbers game a bit too much here for Jay Briscoe, though. Is there a water bottle? Where'd the water bottle come from? I've not seen that before. Where's the water bottle come from? Just a random piece of trash. Does that come off the announce table? Mark Briscoe raining down there. Heavy punches into the face of Scott Steiner once again. Mark Briscoe now in with the cutter. And again, raining down the strikes. as all 4 guys back in the ring now. And now Mark going after Rick Steiner with those strikes, but Jay catches Rick Steiner up. In with a big Death Valley driver. Back elbow, the numbers game getting too much of Rick Steiner. Scott comes up to even up the numbers. Scott now with the elbow, or the knee in the gut, shall I say. And now looking again for a big suplex. Rick re-enters the ring, and now the numbers game could be in favour of the Steiners. There's the big Hurricanrana. Scott's been busted open. There's the pin for the 1, 2. Oh, only a 2 count. Almost brand new SWE Tag Team Champions there. Nice snap suplex there by Mark Briscoe. And a boot in the face of Scott Steiner as well. There's the pin. Only a 1 count. Scott having none of it. Rick now with Jay Briscoe up on the shoulders. In with a Death Valley driver. Big back elbow there by Scott Steiner as well, who's now stalking Mark Briscoe. He takes him up. There's the Bulldog, and there is the Steiner screwdriver. Double pins for the Steiner brothers. And no. And no. Wow, both Briscoes kicking out on the 2. I thought we were guaranteed new tag team champions there. It seemed we were guaranteed, as Scott Steiner now all gets caught. But there's Rick Steiner now locking in the bear hug submission here on Jay Briscoe. Mark re-enters the ring and does get there to break it up. Mark now big clothesline as Rick Steiner goes to the outside here with Jay Briscoe. Mark now with the boots into the side of their head of Scott Steiner. And now in with that spinning toe hold. Very painful. Then dropping the elbow inside the knee as well. Again, very painful. Chops, strikes, kicks, punches, a little bit of everything there by Mark Briscoe, sending Scott into the corner, running dropkick, but Rick Steiner crept up behind him in with a big German suplex. Wow. It's the problem with these sort of matches, you have to have eyes in the back of your head at all times. Rick Steiner now with the elbows into the side of the head of Mark Briscoe. Jay's back in the ring, gets caught with the jawbreaker, and now nice little takedown there by Scott Steiner. And again, both Steiner brothers here stalking. Jay Briscoe fighting back, catching both of them, but finally gets speared off the apron. Scott with a big elbow to the outside. It's been a very even back and forth match, this one so far. Really could go either way at this point in time. I mean, in terms of the rankings... Where am I? SWE, there we are. I think Rick Steiner's high up in the singles rankings, but in terms of the tag rankings, the Steiner brothers currently sit in 8th position on +6, which is actually also joint 4th alongside a few other big tag teams. The Briscoe brothers, though, even though they're the champions, are actually lower in the rankings. They are currently down in... That's the wrong Briscoes. Where are the Briscoe brothers? They are down in 95th position on 0. They had a rough time. This year's been their big year so far. They're +5 this year. Before then, obviously, -5 across the previous 2 years. And this championship run is definitely helping them elevate themselves higher up those rankings and get up to a point where they can be competitive. Now Mark Briscoe with a J Driller. And Jay Briscoe with that J Driller. This has got to be enough. Jay's just... Why has he not gone for the pin? Them two copying movesets here. Big Death Valley driver. There's the pin by Jay Briscoe. Surely this will be enough. No, it's not. How? How is it not enough? That is surely... Oh my word, how? Referee block it off. Oh, Jay, who was then able to dive through. Scott Steiner now slamming him down. I can't believe this match so far, to be honest. Mark Briscoe now twisting away at the knee of Rick Steiner. Dropping the body weight across the arm. Lovely package brainbuster, but Scott Steiner was across to break it up. Scott Steiner now. Steiner screwdriver. This is the opportunity. 1, 2, 3. Brand new SWE Tag Team Champions of the World. Wow. The Steiner brothers move up to become the SWE Tag Team Champions. And the Briscoe brothers, with those losses, they drop down -4 in the singles rankings, -1 in the tag team rankings. The Steiner brothers are doing well in the old singles rankings. Rick Steiner, with that victory, moves up to a +11. Scott Steiner, with that victory, moves up to a +7. And then, of course, like I said, we will add them as the new tag team champions. Oh, they were the champions before. The Briscoe brothers defeated the Steiner brothers to become the champions. And now the Steiner brothers take their second run as champions then. I forgot about that. Okay, there we go. The Steiner bros. Right, let's give them a little bit of green. That's the wrong type of green. So I'm doing the ranking stream at the same time. I do apologise. It's you, and then you get unbolded. You go into red. Okay. There we go. The Steiner brothers start their second run as SWE Tag Team Champions and become the 14th ever SWE Tag Team Champions as well. Right, what a match. What a freaking match. It's going to take a hell of a lot to follow that up in the future. But I'm going to love you and leave you. Good night. God bless. I'll be just saying I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.